بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. إخواني وأخواتي، ادعوا لي بالدعاء، وإن شاء الله هذه الدروس الله يجعلها في ميزان حسناتي إن شاء الله في يوم القيامة. Okay, in this lesson I would like to show you the more techniques and how we can make or we can finish our model, which is silo supports. Before in the previous lesson I forget to remove this middle bolts, so if I change this one, upgrade to master, so I can modify this joint here from the parallel, and you can remove center bolts. Okay, you can just click here and remove the center bolts, so it will remove these center bolts. We have some other mistakes. For example, we have this, I put only 2, but here in this here we have 3, so there's nothing here in advanced steel to make this 3, but you can, by double clicking or removing these 2 plates and placing some other plates, so we can do it later, this is no problem. Okay, for this one, let me come to here and make these connections, and how we can make it. We can go to connection vault, and we can use the one that we need, which is from the platform beams. We need platform plate. You see here, platform plate. You can just select this one and select the second one, but here be careful that because we in the previous lesson we put on the group selection. You see, let me just, so it's like this. When you click this one, it will select all the groups. Here in this situation you cannot make connections. Just click here and click here, and it will not connect anything. So we have to put off this one, group selection, and after that you can go to platform plate, select this one space and this one space also. After that we have to select this one. For example, the thickness is 12 millimeters, and the bolts and holes maybe 2, the grade or we can 20, this 20, and we can select the type of bolt type. We can use uni or any kind of bolts that you want. After that, horizontal bolts, its projection, we can see totals. Okay, so the width of the plate, or we can just by using projections. You see, this is the difference between the center distance is 75, maybe 120, or any other distances, maybe 200, I don't know, it's up to you, it's up to your design. Okay, and the edge distance is maybe 40 by 40 at each side. Okay, and from vertical bolts I want to make put it in the center, and we have main. You see here we have 10 millimeters. The main also I want to be 12 millimeters. Projections, we can you can see the difference between those projections and by other plates, or by projections. You see, there's nothing to discuss, which is not great. And minus 25, we can change one to 0, or if we want to, if this minus 5 millimeters for welding, or we can put it inside, or sometimes you can put it inside, it's no problem. Okay, you see these stiffeners. After that, from the end plate, and this is the plate thickness 10 millimeters. I think it's okay. Flange gap, we have stiffener opposite. We have too many things, and stiffener chamfer. If we want to give it a chamfer, we can do it. And I think it's enough to discuss about. You see, this is the plate layout with this plate. As you see in the picture, we can make it slotted holes or whatever we want. Here we have projections, we can say totals. If you see that here projections, what we have in the projections, we have from this one 40, but we can make it 0 and 0 so as to be fit with this beam and line. Vertical balls also, there's nothing to discuss. And after that we can go to reinforcing group. If we want to make some washers, we can put it in between flanges, and this, you see, this the small one to be between these flanges like this. I think it's our example is just like this, and this is, I think, is okay. So after that, what I can do, I'm using Advanced Steel 2020. So Advanced Steel 2020 has a good upgrade, which is by right clicking and propagate joint. I can use propagate joint, and this joint will be copied to the whole to the all other joints in the model that is the same properties. As you see, it's some joints, so it needs sometimes, yeah, you see, every joints everywhere put the same thing. Okay, as you see everywhere, so all the joints are now became one group. Okay, if you don't have Advanced Steel 2020, you can just by copy and paste this group, this joint from here. You can use this one. Just you can select this one and select one place or one bolts, and after that space, and you can select the beams that you want to connect it. First the main beam space, after that the second beam space. Okay, after I finished this one, I can just go back to group selection. So I can I select anyone to be selected all the groups. Sorry. Okay, we have many other things, or many other joints. For example, this joint. So let me go back to the model. This one, let's see what is this type of joint. It's the same. Let's see, as you see here, it's the same joint. Okay, it is the same joint. So I will always use this one again. So again, go to platform plate and select this one space and this one space. By the this one again, we can specify the of course we have to bring all the informations from here. Okay, from this plate. Let me see which side we can see the plate thickness. Yeah, from here we can see the plate thickness. For example, how much is it? This is 20. Okay, so I will put 20. I will put plate thickness 20. Right click by Advanced Joint Properties and plate. I will put 20, and bolt and holes. We have this one, or let me change it. This one to uni. It's up to you which one you want to use. No problem. We have two numbers in horizontal. You see two rows, as you see in the intermediate distance is 70, maybe 50 is enough, or 60. I don't know. I don't want to waste the time. Okay, I don't want to waste the time after that, or otherwise you have to bring all information. See here. Okay, all information you have to bring it here. For example, here DAL, this is the center distance, which is 60, and this distance, which is maybe about 80 or 120. So again, I can go to Advanced Joint Properties and put it to the horizontal distance between center, and this is 120, as just like we have. And how many rows in the vertical? I think we have 4. Okay, I will put in the middle or in the center, and again I have to bring this information GIL for bringing the dimensions. The dimensions, the space between them is 70, so I think it's just like we have, I don't know, the vertical balls, no, it's 75, so I want to give it a 70. That's very good. And the main is the same thing, is 20, and we want to in between, as you see here, in between the joints. So it's very good. After that, click it. I think the rest is okay. The weld and holes, we want to put 4 millimeters. Okay, right click, propagate joint. Again, this cool thing in Advanced Steel 2020. Again, if you don't have Advanced Steel 2020, you can just by copy and paste this joint. You can make anything that you want. So it's a very cool thing. Yeah, now I think it's everything is okay. Yeah, so it's very good. So we could get this connection and this connections. The remaining thing is what we have. We have these connections. First I want to finish the connection for the beams. Okay, we have this connection, so we can go back to our joint, and you see again this one is the end plate. Okay, so for this time I'm going to use a plate, but this time it should be splice. So we have plate from splice. Select the first one and space, select the second one and space. Yeah, it's just like this. And what we want, and plate number 1 is 20. The plate width is how much, and the plate height, it should be exact thing that with the beam, so 360, and it should be from center. Okay, projection top is 0. I want to put 0. Okay, as you see, just like this. This is the dimension of the beam. Bolt groups, what we have one bolt group, or number per side, we have 1, but in the we have 2 per side. The gauge distance, we have intermediate distance between them, the gauge distance, which is this distance. I have to bring all this informations in the our model. How we can see this, we can bring these informations here, but if we have where is this information, which side we can bring it? I think there is some missing data. Anyhow, we can specify some. No problem, this is not enough because we don't have any joints here, but we will put some something by ourselves. As you see, 150. Just click here and right click advanced joint properties. No, not this one. I can just select one plate. I'm sorry. I can just select one plate and right click advanced joint properties. After that, what we have, bolt groups. We have one bolt group. I didn't want to put anything here, so just here, bolt distances from top or from bottom. I will put 120 just like before, and the distance is maybe 60. As you see, we have 4 numbers, and the middle this is, let's say, 60 or 70, just like before. Yeah, I think now is okay. It's just like before. I think, yeah, it's just like it is just like before. So bolts we have M20, and welds also again we have we can say 4 millimeters. You have other things you can change it, just change it, no problem. Let me see this one. Yeah, this is a joint box for this one, so just right click and again propagate a joint so as to be copied to the all other joints. Okay, so we have this one, and we see, yeah, it needs some time, a little step by step our model will be more heavier, and it needs some other good computers. You see, every time I think is okay. So we have many things that we did. Okay, again we have some joints here. We have to make it. We finished this one and this one, and now what we have this beam with this column. Okay, as you see we have this beam with this column. Again we have to put some joints also for the middle one. You see, now I cannot see middle well. So what I have to do, I can do go to project browser, and I can do and create a model view. So from a grid lines, and just select this grid, enter the grid name, let's say grid B, and enter. After that I have to select a row, which is the direction of my view. So where is the direction? Yeah, here. For example, I want to from this direction, just space. After that I can double click here, and it will go to this view, so I can see this view very well. As you see, it's just like this. Okay, as you see, it's just like this. But as you see here, I have these two beams. I cannot connect it. Even if I go back to my model, I can see that this is connected with a beam. Whereas this, yeah. So they put this beam segment. So that's why they could do this connection. As you see, connecting this beam with this beam. Anyhow, we have many things we can make it. We have these connections, but I want to make all of these joints in the next lecture, so as not to be too long the video. As you see, we created this gusset plate, and with 2 bolts. You can change whatever you want, okay. So the tricky point in this model is you have to every time we have to change, or we have to make grids. As you see, I can make grids, model view very easy at grids. Okay, so don't forget to make grids every time. You see, we have these some places go down. How can I make it? I can just select the one of them, or first let me change back the UCS to the world, so I can see here. Let me select this one, right click, advanced joint properties, and upgrade to master. I want to change this one because I don't want to be go outside. Where's the plate one? As you see, number 5 is number 5 projection top is 10. You see, how can I make this one 0? I can just say projections, and when I select projections, I can make this one 0. as you see, it needs some time because there are many joints that change together because I use propagate joint. Just let me save this one, and you see, this is the benefit of propagate joint. Every joint changed with one click. So till the next video, if you have any suggestions, if you have any new things that you want me or want to suggest me, please let me know below in the comments.